Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. Just got home, got my truck from the shop, my pickup, and got all my stuff in the back there. Got to do some laundry when I get home. You know, I drove teams for about 9 months, and the guy I drove with, he was the owner of the truck, and he wanted to be home a lot of weekends, and I hated it. I hated my wife. Hi, baby girl. I love you. You know, I'm on my way home. But she hates when I say I don't play house very well. When you're an over-the-road trucker, I thought my damn sunroof was open. I was like, damn, I left it open since I left. But, you know, OTR, you know, like I tell my guys, tell everybody, if it ain't turning, you ain't earning, right? So I like to go out for the 5, sometimes 6 weeks. 6 weeks is after 6 weeks, it's like I said in one of my videos, you know how you get those products from the store when it says, you know, best used by, and Kurt Sabella is best used by within that 6 weeks, because I get kind of grumpy after 6 weeks. But anyways, we would be home on weekends, and there's drivers out there that they want to go Monday through Friday, which I hated, because you would get home, unless you get home like Thursday afternoon or something like that, and then you leave out early Monday morning, then I guess that would be okay. But we always got home like late Friday night or early Saturday morning, and we didn't eat in the truck. He didn't have a fridge or a microwave. I obviously have a fridge and a microwave. So I got dishes because my wife cooks when I'm gone, and she freezes food for me. I'm tired. So I kind of, I'm lying. I don't wipe out the inside of the dishes. So when I get home, they're pretty nasty, and then so I soak them, and then we put them in the dishwasher. And my wife always wants to do my laundry and stuff like that when I get home. But she's an RN. She has her own occupation, right? So I'm a grown up. I'm grown. I'm grown, nigga. I'm grown. So, I don't know about Slovo, the guy that I drove with, but he, I don't know if I think he had a girlfriend or his mom or somebody would do his laundry or whatever the case is. But when I got home, I'd have to do my laundry, you know, stuff like that. So, because we ran papers back then, and when you drive teams, you're always tired, man, because you don't really, you rest in a truck, but you don't sleep. So whenever we would do a 34, we did 34s because we were extremely tired, and so we would literally like just sleep, and that was it for our 34, and then we'd start rolling hard again. But so when I'd be home on the weekends, I would be, you know, we ran hard or whatever. So you get home late Friday night, you know, 11 midnight, or early Saturday morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then you're tired, so you go home and you sleep, and then Sunday you're doing your laundry and prepping your bag and getting all your stuff, and then you're back on the road Monday. So I never understood the guys and gals that want to be home on weekends. And I carry a lot. I got 3 sets of clothes. I got my shop clothes, my good clothes at the house, and then I got my trucking clothes. And I got a lot of clothes, a lot of trucking clothes too. So that bag, that blue bag, is my dirty clothes bag. But not the reason for the video. So with all the fuel prices so high right now, I was talking to a couple guys last week or the week before. My buddy Josh, how you doing, brother? My brother Stevie K, and some other guys, my buddy AB, my brother AB. And I said, you know, why is it that truck drivers are not getting a stimulus check? You know, I mean, granted, if you look at the word stimulus check, it's to boost the economy, blah blah blah. Well, a stimulus check to small trucking companies like us and you guys and whoever else, that would boost my bank account and my wallet. It would absorb, you know, these, you know, huge fuel prices right now. So how is it that our government gave out, hundreds of billions of dollars, might even been $1 trillion, I don't know what the actual numbers are, but why is it that we're not getting, so you can give $100 billion to Ukraine, right? And to other foreign countries and, for this and that, but you totally dog out the truck drivers, right? So why is it that we're not getting a stimulus check for our bank accounts, for our wallets, right? Why are we not getting a stimulus check? And I know cops and firemen and border agents and all these, I know they risk their lives every day and they have a hard job and it's very stressful on their personal lives and their families and stuff like that. But what do you think the average truck driver does? Something bit me or something, but being an OTR or coast to coast truck driver, that it's sometimes it's terrifying, man. I mean, you're going down them steep grades in the mountains on the west coast, east coast, with the Appalachians or up there in Downers Pass, wherever, if you're in the mountains and you got 48.5 on the deck and you're going down these steep grades and you're dealing all kinds of weather and traffic and, we're away from our families for, weeks. So, some guys, the longest I was ever in a truck was 8 weeks. Excuse me, I got a heartburn today. And that takes a toll on you. So I understand that, the police and firefighters and all that stuff, and thank God we have those guys and gals, right? But look at what the truck driver goes through every single day. I understand that, police and fire and stuff like that, they are, civil servants for their cities or communities, whatever the case is, if you're a state trooper or whatever, if you're a Fed agent, whatever, but we sacrifice for the country, We lay our lives, and I'm not trying to be like, oh God, trying to be, melodramatic or hyper dramatic or whatever you want to call it. But realistically, we put our lives on the line every single day, and that I say it's an 80,000 pound missile going down the road, and we work 70. We start our clock with 70 hours a week, right? And then every day we work comes off of that 70. So, it literally is a 24-hour job, because you may get unloaded at, 2 p.m. and then you got to pick up at 5 and you still got, 8 hours to drive for that day. And then you're driving till 2 o'clock in the morning, so it literally is a 24-hour job. If you drive semi, obviously guys and gals that are on this channel, some of you guys and gals drive semi. Some of you don't. My point being is, if you're going to give the United States of American citizens, the taxpayers anyways, mind you, that's what the stimulus checks are out for, the U.S. taxpayers, if you're going to give them stimulus money, and you did hundreds of billions or $1 trillion, why are they not doing that for truck drivers? Because, a lot of these smaller trucking companies are going to be going out of business and have gone out of business. And they say it's because of fuel, whatever the case is. But now, if you look at the fuel increases, it's more than doubled. It's more than doubled for rates that are staying about the same. They haven't gone up to compensate for that fuel, right? They haven't gone up that much. They have gone up. The brokers are keeping a lot of it. That's the fact. The truck driver, the trucking companies, the small little slaves, if you will. We're not seeing that money. We're not seeing that money. Everybody else is seeing the money. The truck stops, the truck sales, the trailer sales, the brokers, the customer. Actually not the customer, because they're paying for it. But the point being is, we're not seeing those dollars. So if our government, this great administration, I did that. If you see those stickers on the fuel pump, I did that. So why? Just ask yourself some questions. Again, logical questions. Why are the truck drivers, the small trucking companies, not the truck drivers, but the small trucking companies, why are we not getting a stimulus check for our bank account to boost our bank account and to absorb these? Man, I'll tell you, this is a 2500 Ram, and this thing has got such a beefed up suspension that sometimes it makes it unpleasant. That's another thing. Where's our IFTA dollars going and our HVUT tax? If you don't drive semi, and you don't know what IFTA is, it's an acronym for International Fuel Tax Agreement. We have to pay, again, to every state that we travel on through the United States. If we don't get fuel in that state, we have to pay them to use their roads. We have to pay them to use their roads to go through, right? Or to deliver, or to pick up, whatever the case is. But again, we're the ones that are sacrificing our lives, our families' lives, our sanity, so on and so on and so on. But then again, we got to pay to travel on the roads. And then, not only that, you have a HVUT tax, which is also an acronym, Heavy Vehicle Usage Tax. You have to pay $550 per year for every truck that your company owns. And that's a federal tax. That's not that's for the feds. And every truck that has an MC number, a motor carrier number, or US DOT number, you have to, if you're over 75,000 pounds. If you're under, it's like per 100 per whatever it is. But, a lot of us are all listed as 80,000 gross vehicle weight, or GVW, gross vehicle weight, another acronym. So not only do you have to pay your International Fuel Tax Agreement every quarter, now you got to pay the feds every year for the HVUT tax, right? But our roads are, I don't see it. Anybody ever been through Shreveport, Louisiana on I-20? It's the shittiest city I've ever, you literally feel like you're off-roading in that bitch. And I'm not kidding. You got to go through that damn city at like 40 miles an hour. And you're literally jumping, and I'm not over-exaggerating. It's pretty pathetic. But it's been like that since I've driven semi, and that was back in 2009 is when I got my CDL. The point being is, what are they doing with all these tax dollars, right? Again, we're paying to keep the lights on. We're paying all this. They're not paying it. They don't have, I've said this in many videos, they don't have, trees growing $100 bills on it, right? Behind the White House. We, the taxpayer, are paying, so we're paying to keep the lights on, right? And yet, so my analogy of it is, basically, so you're living in the house with the government, right? You're living in a big house with the government. And you're paying the insurance, you're paying the mortgage, you're paying the utilities, you're paying the taxes, you're paying the food, you're paying for everything. The government, they're just living there, right? And then they have the nerve to say, well, you know what? I know you're paying all the bills around here. I know that. I appreciate it. However, would you mind not coming in after 11 o'clock and don't make any noise after 10 o'clock? And oh, by the way, you get the bedroom with no bathroom. That's how they treat us. But yet we sit there and we swallow it every day. So anyways, the point of the video is, and look what they're doing to the farmers. Not just the truck drivers. Look what the farmers do every single day. I get people that, oh, thanks for your service, because obviously I'm a vet, and I always say thank you for your support. But when was the last time you thanked a farmer? When was the last time you waved at a farmer going down the 2-lane highway in his combine holding up traffic? Did you ever wave to him? Probably not. I do. But, oh, you're such a good boy, Kurt. Pat on the back. No, it's respect. So, start looking at your farmers, man. I understand, like I said, I know cops and firemen and stuff like that, and people that protect this country. service members, obviously. But when I was in the military, I didn't expect that, hey, you're doing such a great job. I signed a contract, and I fulfilled my contract agreement, as anybody who signs up should do. So anyways, that's just the point of the video. Like, why are they not giving us small trucking companies stimulus checks? And I know it's not, I know the definition of a stimulus check. I looked it up just to make sure. But why are we not getting something to combat these high fuel prices? So anyways, I'm about to the house, and I'm having me a vodka on the rocks and see my babies. My baby being my wife and my little buddy Clyde. He's like my son. So anyways, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you have a great 4th of July weekend. Like I said, I'm leaving again on Tuesday. I got to drop this partial, and then I got to go to Stafford, Wisconsin, to pick up an oversized going over to Seattle. So anyways, almost home. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.